Hey guys, what's up? CaptainTurbo here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 3. Last time we took down a couple more Robot Masters, and this part I believe we're going to take down the last two as well. First up, Sparkman. Weak to the magnet missiles. His level is kind of annoying. For starters, because of those things. I don't really know a name for them, so we'll just call them the broken light generators or something. They'll shoot out a burst of electricity like that for a few seconds, and then it'll disappear. Obviously that's when you want to jump through it. Only problem is, if you're going with the actual things themselves, then it's impossible to jump past them without getting hit, I believe. At least I've not been able to pull it off yet. Anyway, more of these, I don't think they're Sniper Joes. I think they're Joe something else. Let's call them Joe something else. That works. Be careful here, very easy to die. I nearly got knocked off the cliff, twice in fact. Fucking enemies. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this before, in Mega Man 2 I believe you could only carry, what was it, like 4 E-tanks? This one I believe you can use 9, which is a lot better. You know, I like the idea that I can have as many E-tanks as I want. You know, lives I think go beyond 10, if I'm remembering correctly. And you can quite easily max out on E-tanks in this game. It's very easy to get them, especially in the wily stages. I think there's a good 7 or 8 you can pick up along the way. The jump squares here, wait for the bottom one to drop and then just jump over it before the second one appears. Use Rush Jet here because there's some bullshit enemy placement coming up. Like that. You're either going to have to wait around a long time for these things to actually spawn correctly, or just use the Rush Jet like I said. So always make sure you don't come to Magnet Man's stage first. Sorry, not Magnet Man, Sparkman stage first. Now, I know I said that his weakness is, I believe, the magnets. No, it's not. What am I talking about? No, his weakness is actually the thing, or what you call it, the Shadow Blade. Yeah, I did do these in the wrong order. I went to Magnet Man stage first, but he's weak to the Spark Shot. So yeah, you want to go to Sparkman stage first. But to be honest, if you have all the weapons like I did, then you can do those in any order you want. But for being Sparkman, we get the Spark Shot, and we get an interesting orange suit, sorry. One more to go, Hard Man. Penis joke. This guy, I will actually say, is a little bit of an annoying boss. The stage itself isn't exactly easy either. I would actually say this is one of the harder ones. Again, because of the enemies. First you have these bees that will drop a bunch of smaller bees. They're pretty annoying because you can't do anything to them while they're in the shell. I suppose you could technically fly over these things with the Jet Rush, but they don't really... You can't really outrun them. I tried it once, but you can avoid getting hit for a while. And if you're fast enough, you could get up to the next screen without getting killed, or hit, I suppose, but... I just don't like them. Usually over there to the left, I think there's either like an extra life or a health upgrade, but this is one of the stages I actually died in. It's actually a very stupid death as well. Yeah, I think this is definitely the place I suffered my first death in a actual stage rather than the boss. Alright, get your magnet missile out because these monkeys are fucking annoying! They take 4 hits, what they do is they'll basically jump down towards you, then they'll jump over you over and over again. I don't like them, they're the most annoying enemy in the game. Pretty much because it's hard to avoid having to fight them as well. Plus what makes it worse is Hardman's weak to magnet missiles, so You know, and it runs out really quickly, so you need to be use it pretty sparingly. See, this is his basic pattern. I'm trying to kill him here. I don't know how many takes with shots with the Mega Buster it takes to kill them. All I know is I don't like them. These things I think I mentioned before take 3 hits to the Tang on top. They're really not as dangerous as they look. Another E-Tank. Wait for that guy to stop shooting his weaponry. Usually I just stay stationary on top of the platform, but for some reason he was feeling like shooting me today. Oh well. Yeah, that was very stupid of me. And I pretty much wasted my rush jet there. I kept thinking this was a bigger B area than it actually was. Time for Brakeman. Again. I won't lie, this is one of the places he kicked my ass. For some reason, I just couldn't really get into a position correctly where I'd be safe. A lot of people like to jump behind him. I'm not one of those people, though. I like to stay stationary and just shoot him and occasionally slide under him. So yeah, I'm going to be a pussy and use a E-Tank against Brakeman. Hey, it's better than suffering a death. And yeah, I take quite a while here. But he's beaten. And I'll take that, thank you. Anyways, instead I'm just getting the magnet. No, I'm not. And I always tend to swap out the weapons in this corridor right here. Also, if you're wondering, this is the checkpoint area. If you die at the boss, you'll come back here. Unfortunately, that's not exactly a good thing because you don't get a refill of your weapon. But yeah, Magnet Man's weapon will be great against Hardman. The only problem is, Hardman has a couple of annoying attacks. This one, for starters, when he pounds the ground, you will be stuck stationary for a few seconds. There's really nothing you can do about it. You can't avoid it even if you're in the air. I've tried. His hard knuckles that come out also are a little bit annoying because, you know, sometimes they'll decide to go back to him, sometimes they won't. You know, his pattern is pretty simple, but at the same time, it's hard to avoid taking damage from him. Or at the very least, hard to... No, I'm speaking correctly. It's hard to avoid taking damage from him, and at least I haven't been able to do it. But he is the last Robot Master. That is all 8 of them taken down. And I like the fact that you just pretty much get an inverse of the Mega Man suit. But yeah, with all 8 of them down, it's now time for the worst part of Mega Man 3. And the reason I did this one, apart from the fact that it was a scorching hot summer, it's the reason I did this post-commentary. The Dot Robot stages. Now, the Dot Robot stages themselves they're not hard, they're trickier than the normal stages. You'll do 4 of the stages again. There's a couple differences here and there, things like instant death spikes, and there'll be some different enemy placements and stuff. That's fine. I think it's a crappy way of padding, but at the end of the day, no, you know what? It's not. I'm not okay with it. Actually, it's just padding, as I said. It's unnecessary, and quite honestly, it's a cheap way of expending the game's length. But the stages themselves aren't that bad. The issue is the boss fights. Now, Dot Robot himself has a interesting gimmick of fusing together with Mega Man 2 Robot Masters. So, not only do you have this new enemy to face. You now have to fight the robots from last game's... you also have to fight the Robot Masters from Mega Man 2 without their weaknesses. Because they all have new weaknesses, so now you've got to figure out what their new weaknesses are. And this is the part of the game where I kept dying a lot. But first up we have Metal Man. Huh. Okay. I don't know what happened there. I really don't know what happened there. I probably died and I didn't edit it out properly. But, alright. Fuck that. Anyway, Metal Man's weakness is... Well, one of his weaknesses is the magnet missile. About 5-6 hits and he'll be done. He's actually one of the easier Robot Masters to take down. Because his pattern is exactly the same. They're always the same as they are in Mega Man 2. The only issue is, obviously, he's a little bit faster, I think, than the Mega Man 2 bosses. And like I say, you've also, unless you go online or something, you're not going to know what their weaknesses are. Because there's nothing really that tells you what their weaknesses are going to be. As you can see here, I'm getting a little bit stuck because I couldn't avoid getting hit, and I got hit anyway, which is fucking annoying. Sometimes it's just better to take the hit, I guess. This corridor, it's not that bad really, just take your time. You can avoid that last guy. And jumping around in my hot pink suit. Because why not? Oh, by the way, these stages, they don't have fucking checkpoints until you beat the first boss. They also have 2 bosses per level. So yeah, even if you die at the boss, you'll not go back to the corridor. Oh, no. You'll go back to the beginning of the level. And one of the more annoying Robot Masters now, fucking Quickman, because this guy didn't already cause me enough issues in Mega Man 2. His pattern's roughly the same. I would actually say he's somewhat easier in a way because of his weakness, which is the Search Snake, obviously. But he's also really fucking fast and he does a lot of damage. My advice, he'll basically try and jump over you. Oh, part over. Sorry guys, I'll talk more in the next part. See ya.